All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for Tuesday, August the 14th of 2018. This is George Papsov, Trade Pro Academy. We got a good update for you today, a little bit shorter than usual. Not much news on the docket, and market's a little bit quieter overnight. We've regained some of the losses, or we've gained some of the losses from the last couple sessions. Um, Erdogan's doing speeches like he's getting paid for them. Turkish president speaking a lot the last little bit. So watch the lira today again. Excuse me. Watch the lira. It will have some influence in today's markets for correlation. It's 9 a.m. and it's Tuesday the 14th, and that means officially the Forex course is launched. Yay, Forex course! There's Victorio. He had a really big part in it, and Marky as well. We had a great webinar last night. We're going to make the replay available in case you guys missed it. It'll be available at some point this afternoon. I'll send out an email. So if you're on our email list, you'll get the link for the replay. If you're not on the email list, click the link in the description and join the email list, and I'll send you that link on the replay, and you can be part of that webinar. Just to remind you what we did, we shared 2 trading strategies and the full details of our Forex course, and it was a hit. I had to upgrade my webinar software to accommodate all the registrations and seats. So it was fun. It was a great time. The Forex course is now officially live. So Trade Pro Academy's Forex Mastery course is a thing, and it's basically how to trade like an institutional trader in the currency markets. And what good timing it comes with these Turkish volatility opportunities and emerging markets as well. All right, so I strongly encourage you guys to check it out. Part of the Swing Trader and Elite packages. Link in description also if you want to head over and have a look at what it's all about. All right, let's talk about talking about things. What are we going to talk about? We're going to see a few earnings overnight, recap the markets, I'll talk about crude oil prices and Tesla update, and that's it today. All right, so let's get started. First and foremost, the biggest, actually, all these earnings aren't really that important, and they all missed. Switch on the New York Stock Exchange is down 17.7%. Veritone, symbol VERI, down 25%. So earnings weren't that great last 24 hours, so they've kind of all missed. So check out for those stocks, SWCH and VERI. Huge misses, down big on earnings. Could be good fades in the open, but then look for a rally on low volume and sell into the trend. There's probably more downside in those stocks. All right, in Asia, Japan's up 2.28%. Hong Kong is down 0.6%. China's down 0.2%, and India's up 0.6%. So you're getting mixed markets in Asia, but mainly a rally out of Japan and weakness still in China. And we're going to talk about China in a moment. In Europe at midday, London's down 0.3%. Paris is up 0.1%. Frankfurt up 25 basis points, or a quarter of a percentage point. European markets looking moderately bullish. All right. And I think the sentiment for this week was range bound to slightly bearish. And we're seeing that play out. We're sticking in ranges at the moment, not really making much advances anywhere. In the United States, futures a little bit more firm. Dow's up 0.75%. S&P's up 0.75% as well. Nasdaq's up 0.5%. So a little bit more bullish heading into this U.S. Open. All right, crude oil up 1 percentage point. Crude oil went absolutely bonkers yesterday. It sold off like $1, rallied right back up to close near where it opened. And wild price action, very wildly profitable, great opportunities there. For that reason, I think today I'm going to be looking at crude quite a bit. Also with crude oil, there's an inventory report at 4:35 p.m. today after the closing bell. So there's going to be some repositioning in that market today, which is going to lead to movement, which is going to lead to opportunity. All right, gold price is up 0.25%. We're starting to see some stability in gold. I'm looking for some long opportunities in gold, but we need to see the US dollar rally pause and start its pullback or retrace mode. And then a gold long would make a lot of sense here, and an oil long for that matter. Bitcoin's down almost 7% to 6,000, and the fade is on Bitcoin. We had an opportunity to break out. We did not, and it looks like Bitcoin's losing some of that retail appeal. Institutions are moving in, but you're not really seeing that transpire into transactional volume. All right, I think the one thing that got Bitcoin excited was Starbucks accepting Bitcoin payments across all its stores. And when that rumor was dispelled, really Bitcoin lost its momentum, because what's ended up happening is the big money in cryptocurrencies are on the speculation side, and very few people are actually utilizing them as a service or a means of payment or transfer. And that's what we need. We need mass. And we need critical mass in order for these things to start increasing in value. And there's more people looking to speculate on them than there is using them. All right. And that's just the reality of it. Anywho, Bitcoin's down. 6,000 has been a good support structure. 7,500 has been a good resistance. So we're in a range in Bitcoin as well. News this morning, we have nothing really. We had import-export prices at 8:30, but we don't really have any big reports for the rest of the day. Manufacturing numbers out of the UK were a little bit weaker, and that's all you need to know. Crude oil prices slightly higher after import data is released out of China and Libya. So China and Libya came out with a report, and it said the following: if 1 million barrels per day or more of Iranian exports go AWOL, AWOL is absence without leave, the current fragile supply-demand balance will be upended, potentially sending oil prices above the May peak. All right, so they're saying if this Iranian sanction from the United States goes as or is implemented in November, then it's going to push oil prices much higher. November is a very dangerous date because November is when crude oil demand tends to go up. And it's not just crude, it's all the refinery products as a result of petroleum. So heating oil, natural gas, they tend to increase, the demand increases and prices tend to go up a little bit in preparation for the winter or the start of the winter season. All right, so that's interesting. And that's a report sent out by PVM Oil Associates. And as they say, that crude oil is up. Brent crude is also up out of the UK, up 0.6%. So that report's kind of giving some life to the oil market. And I'm seeing some bullish opportunities. We're buying sell-offs today to start the session. And then we'll see how technicals take hold. All right. Last but not least, Elon Musk himself admits that when he had tweeted that thing about going private, funding secured, he actually didn't have funding secured. Watch over the next couple of weeks about shareholder lawsuits. Depending on how this private deal goes, Elon Musk may be in trouble, and that's not good news for the company and not for him. All right. Here's where the company said, our inclination is that if we could go private with him, we would, but it's complicated, said one of their big investors. Also, one of the major Tesla shareholders is Fidelity, and they cut their stake in the second quarter by 21%, owning just under 11.2 million shares. Still a massive owner of Tesla. Can't speak today. Still a massive owner of Tesla, but reducing their stake by 21%. So not only are they not getting the kind of private interest that everyone thought, they're actually losing their public shareholders also. They're starting to ditch ship. It doesn't mean Tesla's going to die or the company's going out of business. It just means he's in for a rough time at the moment. And now we know why he's trying to go private. He's seen these reports well before the public has. And he realizes at this point going private is probably the best option. But that tweet is still going to get him in trouble if he can't prove the funding was secured. And at this point, he pretty much has admitted it wasn't. So look out. I don't think we've heard the end of this story, just the latest development. Some institutional investors are with them and they want to go private. Other institutional investors are cutting their positions pretty largely, mainly Fidelity. All right, so you guys, that's what you got today. I'm looking for strength in equity markets and strength in oil markets, weakness in the US dollar. That's how I'm going to start out the day. Look to buy dips on equities, look to buy dips on oil. And I think we're going to try to make a push to the upside in today's session. Turkish lira and emerging market news is fully absorbed at this point. And I think we need a little bit of a relief rally. I wouldn't say this rally is going to last for the next 16 years, but it's going to start. We're going to start to see if there's some upside momentum, take out some of the shorts, shake off some of these reports. And when we get up to key resistance up top, short sellers are going to try the downside again. But until then, we're looking for the long until we're wrong. And then we're going to switch. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Check out the Forex course. It's now available. I encourage you all to try it out. Give it a shot. You have 14 days for money back guarantee. Literally virtually risk-free for that. You can just go in, check it out. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. However, I promise you it will be for you. Last but not least, we got a price increase that we announced on the webinar last night. We've been committed to delivering value since 2012, and we've done that. We've added a lot of courses, a lot of initiatives, and the price hasn't changed for years. And as of September 3rd, the prices for all of our subscriptions across the board are going up. But I'm giving you one chance. And not one chance, maybe 20 days, 19 days now to lock that in. Anyone that purchases a new membership will be grandfathered at the old pricing up until September 2nd at midnight. September 3rd at 12:01 a.m., we're going to the increased package prices. So now's your chance to check it out. If you've been thinking, if you've been a past member and you want to come back, you want to check out what this is all about, this is the right time for you. And I'm opening it up. I'm letting everyone have an opportunity to get in before the lock, like they say in forums. In before the lock, IBL, isn't that the terminology there? Anywho, see you guys later this week at some point. I think Friday, I'm trying to do it for Friday. I got to test pilot it at some point. But Friday of this week, we're going to trade live on YouTube as well. We're going to invite you guys in the trading room. Last week, it didn't work out well. This week, I figured it out. So I'll see you guys then. Take care. All the best. Manage your risks. Trade like a trade pro. And have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. Goodbye. And the Forex course is live.